Yeah, that was weird. Just everything went down all at once on my end.
Except Discord, apparently.
Yeah, it's weird. I got booted out of my game and whatnot.
So your stream's back up.
Oh, hi.
So you know how Will thinks this song is very reminiscent of the song from Night Before Halloween or whatever it was?
Nightmare Before Christmas.
Yeah, Nightmare Before Christmas. Well, it's actually based on the Final Fantasy V musical. And after hearing the Final Fantasy V Moogle theme, I can certainly hear it. Also, Moogle theme for 5 happened like a decade before Nightmare Before Christmas.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right, at level 50, everyone had Nino Chan.
No.
I don't want. Please take the thing to the edge and face me away from everyone.
My bad. Sorry.
And he's got the tanks over there. Ouch. Now we can just kill the king.
Yeah, I was avoiding doing much damage to him just because I didn't want to, like, risk.
No. You can't you can't do that anymore. They nerfed the fight so that he goes invuln at 50.
Oh, well then. Still, I was just, still trying to be cautious.
What did they get? Did I roll like a 90 on that?
I do feel bad for not helping attack everything else, but I'm guessing as a tank, that was kind of
Yeah, you're not supposed
my
to.
job to... Yeah.
Maybe I didn't hit the button I thought I hit on that.
Alright, so should we do leveling or main scenario?
Definitely not main scenario unless you want to be here all night.
Okay.
Yeah, that one takes like 45 minutes to an hour.
Oof. Okay. So just leveling?
Yeah, I guess.
Cause yeah,
Or 50, 60, 70.
because you remember those ones you had to go through with the unskippable cutscenes?
Oh, yeah,
It's
those
those two.
And,
And
well,
only
one of
those
those
two.
two.
Well, it doesn't do both of them at the same time, but it's just those two. Those are the only ones that are in it.
Ah, got it.
Yep. And so, yeah.
Yeah, those.
You only do it if you really want the XP.
Oh, hockey manor hard. So I take it we opted for 50, 60, 70 then?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, at least we get the extra 100 poetics.
Yeah, I haven't done this one yet.
Me either. On this character. Still need to get to Kamtara hard unlocked.
I have no idea where I'm going.
Well, we're going up because it's the only way available to us.
Alright.
And we're gonna take a right.
So yeah, if you do know, I'd appreciate... Right or left? Because you went straight.
I went right. From
Oh, on the
staircase.
stairs. Right.
And we're gonna keep pulling because that's certainly not enough. And there's this nice little room in here with tons of enemies. And that's the main area. Boom.
Yeah, after this dungeon, I'm gonna have to call it for tonight.
Fair enough.
It's a key, and it's tiny. It's tiny key. Wow, those butlers went down without a fight.
Yep.
Now, what? There's something you might actually be able to, and help me answer, operator, that I never understood. Is that in the normal version of Hawk Manor, when you're in the scene with the, like, when you're approaching the jester and the other one, the servant and jester, I think they are. Is there a reason why, like, a lot of times people will tell, like, the attacker the DPS to target one before the other?
Probably the same reason we always do that. It's either more convenient or for mechanics. And if it's more convenient, it's because we don't want to deal with something that they do.
Fair enough, because like I've always taken down the one first anyways. I've never actually realized
Sprint
why.
all the way to the end. All the way to the end. Sprint. End of the hall.
Same here.
Pick them up, please. Phil, where are you going? This is bad.
I tried to benediction myself, but it didn't work.
Why did you go pick up more ads?
I thought we were gonna run more.
No. No.
You
Why would
told
we
me to
run more?
run, Forrest, run, and I ran. And I ran. I ran so far away.
Well, good job wiping us, Farrell. You did a great job at that.
I know, I brought my Charmin. That's a potty joke. Okay.
And yes, that's where we stay here until these ones are killed.
Now we've got to run to the end again. Because if we don't, we get blown up by void fire. Open the tiny, not the tiny door. Open the door. Kill the contents. And now the way is open. First of all, do the third section and get done.
That's some pretty gnarly blood there, man. All right, here we go. Oh, this is such a nice aesthetic.
Oh,
Whoa.
she has a sword this time.
Hello, not nurse.
Oh, well, that's polite.
Am I the only one reminded of the fairies from Ocarina of Time by her laugh? Or whatever?
Yes.
Oh yeah, the fairy queens.
Yeah, the ones that give you the extra ability stuff.
Yeah, that ones that are ripping off Madonna. The 1980s Madonna.
I was only a baby then, so I wouldn't know.
Think funnels.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that Madonna.
Ah, okay.
Oh. Balls.
I guess we were supposed to kill the axe. Oops.
Now that one wasn't me.
Are you sure about that?
Jeez.
Yeah, why didn't you kill the ads, Pharaoh?
I tried. I very much so attempted to slap around the ads.
I mean, if this was a slightly higher level dungeon, I would have tried just cleansing myself to try and make it through on my own, but I couldn't because not high
You
enough
just
level and I
needed
don't
to be
have that
like
skill yet.
20 levels higher.
Actually, no, 8.
Is it? Heaven's Word?
Clemency is 58.
Hmm.
I'm staring at it on my hotbar, so.
But you don't get Rescue Scat till 70 though.
What one's
Which is
that?
what's interesting. Requiescat is the thing that buffs your magic damage for 12 seconds.
Hmm.
Need healing.
So now, what was that?
Well, she draws the ad to herself, drains all of its health, and then uses everyone's grudge, basically.
Hmm.
She attacks us with a raid light that does as much health as the enemy had.
Yeah, that was strange though, because that ad had like barely any time on the field, and it was being sucked into it. I guess we need
You
to
also need to keep us topped off.
Yeah. All right.
It's just an enrage. It's doing 6,000 damage.
Dang. I mean, is there a mechanic that we're missing or something?
Maybe it's the opposite. Maybe we're not supposed to kill Lady Amandine until... But then again, that one time, she immediately pulled her and it was still 6,000.
Let's see here. Let's see here.
A DPS check wouldn't be most unlikely thing, but she got a damage up buff from something. And there was a tether between the tank and the healer at one point.
That's because I was using cover. When she spawns two handmaidens, it's best to bring one down to 0 health and then concentrate on the other. When one reaches 0 HP, she will absorb it immediately. If you don't get one of the handmaidens down to 0 health before she casts the absorb spell, she will choose one at random. If she chooses the handmaiden with full health, it will wipe the group. So make sure you get one of the handmaidens down to 0 health before she absorbs one.
But we killed all the ads, so...
The final ad is Lady Amandine, the final boss in normal mode. Using a DPS limit break on her is strongly recommended, otherwise it is damage will be dealt to her in time to make Blood Rain survivable.
Yeah, I have another... I have from Gamerscape, killing the boss too fast without killing the ads will cause her to do massive damage. So maybe it's triggered by certain HP percentages.
Once the final ad is dead, the tank should drag the boss to the center of the room. At about 15% HP, she will use Beguiling Mist. While she casts a spell, it will send out a red pulse. As soon as you see this pulse, run to your chosen corner. When the spell hits, all players will be forced to walk slowly toward the boss. She will target one player with Void Fire 4. As you spread out to the 4 corners, this will only hit one player and will be easy to heal through. This will repeat 3 times. If you haven't killed her after the 3rd Beguiling Mist, she will absorb a random party member and the resulting blood rain will wipe the group.
Okay.
I'm sorry, what?
So, essentially, we need... So there's going to be 3 of those kinds of phases, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So we just got to count, and on the 3rd one, instead of going for the ad, we should go full bore on her?
For what?
No, like if we haven't killed her by the 3rd time, it'll wipe.
Okay.
By the time what happened? 3rd what?
The Beguiling Mist. At about 15% HP, she will use Beguiling Mist. While she casts a spell, it will send out a red pulse. As soon as you see this pulse, run to your chosen corner.
Yeah, that's what Everin's saying. For some reason, the Strat Online talks about each person taking a corner for final phase.
Yeah, so like when it gets about 15%, apparently like the strategy for me to bring it to the middle, and then when that pulse is going, we each take a separate corner.
How do you make those thingies?
You don't. I do.
Oh. Alright. Do you want to claim a corner?
Yeah, you claim your corner by standing on the corner you want on the one.
So if you want the left back one, Feral, get your butt over here. This is the one that you beat. Or even the one as a reference for the room.
Okay.
So you either go on the back. So you can either now take the front left or the back right.
Okay. So I'll take back right.
No.
Yes.
Because the door is the front of the room.
You guys are crazy. That's the back.
The way we're looking at it right now is right from where you're standing, you would go to the corner to the if you're looking at the door, you would be to the left of the door. In that corner, the back of the front.
Yes, where the two cages are. There are two cages in the back corner of the room.
Yeah, that's where Feral would go.
All right.
The way that we're oriented right now.
Okay.
That's the front of the room, though.
Shush! We fight. Why do I have a big triangle over my head now?
Don't worry about it. That was just operator marked you for some reason, apparently.
Oh, it's his little dunce cap for acting like a dunce.
You're mean.
Yep.
Okay, that's the first one.
Feral, you are in my corner.
Hey, Wendy, what up?
We don't have an LB. Hey, we survived it. So how the bard survived this? Oh no, this is the guy.
Woohoo! Goodbye, not nurse.
Yeah, because I think what she does is she goes to a random player, but it has a bit of an AoE. So if we're separated, the AoE can't hit everybody, but because we were all grouped in the center for those other times, even though she was targeting one person with it, it was still hitting everybody.
Right. Okay, there's one more thing I wanted to do before I knocked off for tonight. Okay. Operator,
Are you
I want you
still
to
not
teach me how
59?
to give back weapons and armor I don't want for seals.
Well, have you reached a sufficient Grand Company rank?
I think I've reached a sufficient Grand Company rank.
Because if so, you just go to the guy that you go to when you want to apply for a promotion and just say, undertake supply and provisioning missions and do expert stuff. It's the, first option, expert delivery. Boom. Just turn in all the items that you don't want. I would click on the drop-down menu up at the top and hide any items.
Hide gear set items?
At least that.
Yeah,
I would take
I've done
anything
that.
I would take anything you want to put, or anything that you want to seal, or turn in the seals, and put it in your inventory, and then hide armory chest items, and just do it that way.
Ah.
I would also disable the putting of items into your armory chest by default, so that all items go into your inventory.
Okay.
Where do you do that option?
It's in the settings somewhere.
That is so helpful.
Yep.
Let's see here. Item settings. There you go.
Farrell didn't have any issue finding it.
I get lost in those settings so often, though, that you don't even know.
I would also recommend sorting your inventory. Especially your armory chest. It's a mess.
Yeah, probably.
One of the most obnoxious things about the armory chest is you have to sort each tab of it. There isn't a big sort everything in the armory chest button. It's just, you have to sort each individual tab on its own. I can't believe you're not 59 yet. We did a trials roulette and a 50, 60, 70 roulette. You've got so little though that
He seems so close, though.
Yeah, it's like a trials roulette tomorrow. Like first thing out of the box, trials roulette, and you should be done.
All right. We will do that.
Also, you can only turn in the items with the green and blue backgrounds.
Oh, okay.
And if it has a blue background, it can only be turned in if it's not too current, which you don't have to worry about for a while because you aren't in Shadowbringers. And all of the Stormblood and earlier stuff can be turned in. Unless it's Disciple of Hand or Land. You can't turn in any of that stuff.
What about, like, these pink ones?
Turn all those in. If you so desire.
So the gray ones I cannot?
Nope. Those can be crafted.
Okay.
And are honestly quite garbage. You can also buy them from a vendor, usually. Also, do not turn anything into materia. Because in patch 5.2, they're changing how that works. So, in 5.2, when you convert it, when you hit the convert button, it's no longer going to change that item into a materia and get rid of the item. It will just take the spirit bond on it and turn the spirit bond to 0 and give you a materia, but you won't lose the item. So, yeah.
Interesting.
Hoard all your spirit bonded gear, and then as soon as 5.2 drops, go get a ton of materia. And yeah, you'll have lots of materia, and you won't lose the gear. And then, if that gear can be turned into seals, you can then take that unspirit bonded gear and turn it into seals. So you can get materia and seals, and the materia you can sell
That
for gil
feels
on the
like-
market board.
That feels like you could almost cheese the system then for the materia. Just keep re-spirit bonding the same piece of gear over and over.
Yeah, but spirit bonding at max level is quite difficult.
I mean, I'm just saying.
All right. Let's see. I should be able to get a promotion. Yay! Second
Yes, you
Storm
will-
Lieutenant.
Wait, did you just get to second storm?
Yeah, he did.
Second lieutenant is actually the rank that I'm at on this character. So currently you can only go up to captain, so you have first lieutenant and then captain. 5.2, they're also introducing second commander. Actually, the way they worded it, I'm not sure if they're implementing second commander all the way up to high commander or just second commander, but probably just second commander. So this is going to have you going through the squadrons. For right now, there's nothing you can do with squadrons until you get an enlistment paper, because they only give you 3 of the 4 recruits that you need.
Ah.
So
Squadrons, I mean, they're not really the most fantastical to begin with.
by the time you're able to get them, no. Because he's already died, and so to get them when they're useful, if you started off with squadrons from like level 1 and they leveled with you, they could be very useful. But they don't.
All right. Well, on that note, we are going to end the stream tonight. So
Okay.
I'm just gonna hop out of voice chat and do a quick.
Would
show
you like a
post.
suggestion for somebody to host? I mean, I can tell you right now that they are not PG, but they are great people.
No, that's fine. Yeah, we'll host them.
Alright, I will Discord DM you the name.
Nah, just put it in chat.
Alright.
Anyways, good night.
All right. Good night, Satan. Thank you. So did you put that in Discord?
Oh, it's gonna be fun. We can stay
there you
late, swapping manly stories, and in the morning, I'll make it pop.
All right. All right, very cool. Well, we are going to be hosting the Supas right after we knock off here. Well, thank you all so much for tuning in. Good night, Isaiah Norris, wherever you are. I'll be back tomorrow morning with Zwift, and then tomorrow night for more Final Fantasy XIV. Good night, everyone. Good night.